You've done everything right. You've worked hard. You've saved your down payment. You can afford the monthly payment. But when you finally approach the bank, they stamp your application with one word: denied. And suddenly, what felt like progress feels like rejection. Here's the truth most people never hear. Banks deny responsible buyers every single day, not because they can't afford a home, but because they don't meet the bank's rigid formulas. If your credit isn't perfect, if your job history isn't traditional, if you're self-employed, if your debt-to-income ratio is off by even 1%, the bank's system says you're not qualified, even when your real life says you are. So let's make one thing clear. You are not the problem. Your financial stability, your work ethic, your savings, these matter far more than a credit algorithm. You don't need a perfect score to be a homeowner. You need the right strategy. Instead of waiting for a bank to approve you, we structure a pathway for you to buy directly through systems like owner financing and lease-to-own opportunities. These are fully legal, fully structured, and built for responsible buyers who simply don't fit the bank's mold. In an owner-financed purchase, the seller becomes the bank. You pay them directly. There's no underwriting committee, no rigid checklist, and no gatekeeper between you and your home. You bring your down payment and you make your monthly payments and you start building equity from day one. With lease-to-own, you move in now and lock in the right to buy later. Your monthly payment builds your position. You're not renting aimlessly, you're renting toward ownership. To qualify for our program, you don't need perfect credit. You don't need W-2s. You don't need a traditional profile. You need a down payment, stable income, a responsible payment history, the ability to move forward with confidence. This works because it respects your reality, not a bank's formula. It's built on real numbers, real income, and real responsibility. And it gives you the chance to own now instead of waiting years for a computer to approve your life. If you have a down payment, if you can afford the monthly payment, if you're serious about owning your home, you deserve a path forward. Visit perpetualbuysell.com and schedule your consultation. Let's see if you qualify for one of our creative home ownership programs. Because the bank's no is not the end, it's the beginning of your real opportunity.